Hello and welcome to Intermediate Mat Pilates with me this lovely morning. If you want to start with your feet hip width apart for me please, and just start to come up to the tiptoes and down again just to begin with. And as we do so, I'd like you to think about lifting the crown of the head, lengthening through the back of the neck so that we lift all the way up to the ceiling. And you can think about tucking that tailbone down slightly. You can think about drawing the rib cage in. Okay, so kind of contracting through the abdominals, at the upper abdominals today. So we've got tailbone down, we've got rib cage in, we've got crown of the head up, we've got back of the neck nice and long. And come back down to balance on the heels then. So try and again think about where that centre of gravity is and just gently lift the balls of the feet and the toes. A really uneven carpet here. And then when you've had a good balance at that, you can take them down. And just start to circle through the ankle, please. So circling one way and then circling the other. Okay. And then onto the other leg as well. And change direction. Wonderful. And then just bringing the feet about hip width. We're going to go into a nice easy squat to start with. So feet are hip width apart. We're going to take the knees forward, the toes forward, and we're going to see if we can sit the bottom back. So it's just to get some movement into the knees and the hips. Inhale, send the bum back, send the hands forwards. Exhale to lift. So we're hinging at the hips. Okay, we're keeping the weight out of the toes here. And we're just warming up through the hips and the bum. Trying to keep that rib cage up, back nice and straight. Let's go for 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. And bring it back up. And then just start to take the hips from side to side, please. From there, you're going to start to circle the hips. So you're getting some nice movement through the hips, through the lower back. Okay, and change it, go back the other way, other direction. Perfect. And we're going to go into some side bends. I want you to take a nice wide stance. We're going to turn out the toe slightly so that we can bend into the knee. Okay, as you bend into the knee, careful that the knee doesn't overshoot the toe. If that's happening, go for a wider stance so that the knee comes above the ankle. Okay, the back foot, don't worry too much about the positioning of the toes on the back foot. So we're going to bend in towards the knee and the toes are facing the same direction. We are coming tummy button and chest and nose towards the front, and we're going to just gently side bend and slide down on the forearm so that the elbow, the forearm can come to rest on the knee. The weight goes straight down through the lower leg into the tripod there. And we're just going to reach up and over to give it a nice stretch through the side of the body. Draw that belly in, push those hips forward, push the rib cage forward, breathe. And we're going to come back the way we came. So arm first, engaging core, and gently coming back up. And other side, so toe faces outwards slightly. Again, check with the bend at the knee that the ankle is below the knee. And when you're ready, we're going to bend into the knee. Twist tummy button, nose, chest towards me, and then gently sliding down, keeping the chest forward so that we've got the weight going straight through the lower leg and into the floor. We're then going to lift up with the arm and take that gentle reach over. Breathing there. Remember, we're taking the hips forward slightly, we're bringing the rib cage forward slightly, we're opening up through the torso, and then we're going to just take the hand down, and again, strong through the waist, to lift yourself back up, and heel toe to bring those feet back in, and into some easy loose rotations now from side to side. So let all of the body move, the hips can move, the ribs, the shoulders, the knees, whatever needs to go, and we're going to go all the way around, and we're going to wrap our hands around our body and use our body to kind of pull us around. Sit tall, stand tall even, and just gently looking over the shoulder, getting that nice twist through the body. You can always come to kind of hold on to a piece of furniture as well to give you that good twist. And back into your twists, and we'll go the other way for a hold as well. So as I say, you can kind of wrap your hands around your body and hold on, or you might want to come to hold on to something behind you, but try and stand tall as you twist and pivot on the spine and look over the shoulder. And head back to centre then, please. So I'd like you please to take your palms forward, and we're just going to reach up to the ceiling and bring them down. Okay, so we're keeping those palms forwards at the moment. And just warming up through the shoulders, and we're going to turn the palms out. So palms are out, away from the body. And we're going to take the palms forwards now. Forwards again, no, inwards, sorry, that's what I mean. Palms in, and then up and down with the arms. Lovely, lifting through that rib cage, lifting through the crown of that head. And then drop the arms and into your backward shoulder circles, please, just to circle out through the shoulders, get the shoulders, the shoulder blades moving and ready to go. And then take those hands down to your sides and dip your chin down to your chest and gently roll your chin from shoulder to shoulder across the chest there. Feels lovely, this one today. And then gently bring the chin to the bottom, to the chest again. And you're going to just place the hands gently on the back of the skull, and you can apply a little bit of pressure if you want to, just enhance the stretch. Pushing the chin down to the chest. Release that pressure, hands come to the sides, gently lift the chin back up, and then just take the chin from side to side. And back to centre, and just shrug out through the shoulders. Really, really good. Okay, so we're going into some roll downs now, and then we've got a fun little balance for you. So if you want to get into your roll down position, please, feet hip width apart. We are going to make sure our alignment is correct. We have got our arches raised, we're pushing through the tripods. We have got our knees nice and soft, stacked above the ankles. We have got our hips into neutral, so feel free to do a few pelvic tilts this morning to find your neutral position. Okay, lifting through the ribs, lifting through the crown of the head, the chin is in, and we relax those shoulders above the hip bones. Inhaling to prepare, and an exhale. When you're ready, take the chin down to the chest, start drawing the beeline in. So we're engaging the core for that co-contraction between the core and the back. If you don't use your core, your lower back takes all of the weight of the torso and the head and shoulders. So relaxing once you're at the floor, let the head hang, let the neck lengthen, and let the back lengthen and stretch as well. You may feel a bit of a stretch in the back of the legs, that's nice too. And take a breath in and a breath out. One more breath. And then we soften the knees, we push into the tripods, and we work on tucking the tailbone down first of all. Once the tailbone is down, we really work on the core to lift through the rest of the spine and restack. Let's go for 2 more, please. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, down you go. Coming down symmetrically, please, right down the centre line of the body. Core on to support that back, that co-contraction between front and back, relaxing the head, lengthening the neck, lengthening through the spine, just stretching, hanging, letting gravity help you out here with the stretch. You may want to do a little bit of movement in the roll down if you want to do your sways from side to side, or you may just enjoy hanging there. So it's an inhale to prepare at centre, and an exhale, start pushing through the tripods as you begin to make your way back up Lovely, to that tall standing position. Now let's take a reach up. So reach up with the hands and take a really good stretch like it's first thing in the morning and you are getting out of bed and you're just stretching, trying to lengthen. Go a little bit taller and gently bring those hands back down. So third and final roll down now. Inhale to prepare and exhale to start taking it down. Draw that core in, remember. Down to the ground. Okay, and again you can hang here, or you may want to move a little bit. You might want to pedal the knees. If you're pedaling the knees, take it nice and slowly so that you're really pushing into the stretch in each leg. You might be taking your sways, you might just be hanging nicely at the bottom. And we've got legs back to centre, body at centre. Inhale, prepare, soften knees. Exhale to come back up, nice and controlled through the midline, core engaging to come to stand. So our next movement is going to be a nice lunge movement. So I'm going to suggest that we come to stand at the front of the mat and take a really big stride back. So when you're ready, take that right leg and come back to the heel. Now, I've come fairly long, I know I can go longer, so now I'm here, I'm going to just gently take it lower, okay, and you can kind of wiggle around to get a bit lower as well. I want you to take both forearms and just gently come to rest on the front leg. Again, we've got that knee above that ankle and we're just sitting here. It should be quite comfortable with both the arms supported. So we've got the left leg forward, the right leg back. What we're going to do now is twist to the right side and lift the right hand up towards the ceiling. So when you're ready, release that right arm, twist the chest to the right hand side and gently start to extend. Open through the chest. Breathe. Lovely. Now, if you want to, we're going to take this spare hand, this left hand, down towards the floor. You know if you've got the flexibility for this or not. We're going to come back to our comfy resting position on the knee, and we're going to take the hand down to the floor if you wish, or to a block even. A block would be good. And then we're going to see if we can twist, or even on the fingertips, twist through the chest to open up and out. Okay, we're squeezing those thighs to keep the stance in shape, and then when you're ready, we're coming back, hands to the floor, forearms to the knee. We're going to look at that front foot, we're going to bend that front knee, and we're going to take a nice big step to pull the leg back in. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to come to this end of the mat so that I can face you. So you're going to take your left leg back in a nice long stride. Okay, now as we know, we can get a bit lower than this, so take it a bit lower, and you're going to bend that front knee. Okay, come to rest on that front knee. So in a really nice long lunge here. So once you're ready, you're going to keep the right arm on the right knee, and we're going to see if we can take the left hand, twist through the chest and open up towards the ceiling. So relax those shoulders, open through that chest, kind of lift and make yourself nice and big, engaging through the legs for your balance, engaging through the core. Breathe. And then gently back down, and we're going to see if we can take the right hand to the inside of the foot. So when you're ready, take that right hand inside the foot. As I say, you can go on fingertips, block, flat hand. You know where your flexibility is today, this morning. So gently take the chest up and lifting the ribs, drawing the core in, nice and strong in that stance. Inhale and exhale. And hand back down. And we're coming back to the knee with the forearms. Look at that front foot, bend that front knee, and take a really big, nice step to come back up. And give it a good shake out through the ankles, through the legs, through the body. Okay, you might want to just wiggle around a little bit there. So our first strengthening exercise is going to be a walkout plank. So it's going to involve a kind of quicker roll down. Okay, you don't have to take too much time over them because we are well warmed up. It takes the hands to the floor and then walk out to our plank position. We're going to hold for a breath in, a breath out, and then we'll come back up. So feet hip width apart, please. Standing up nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders. Let's get those hips into neutral. Let's already think about drawing in through the belly button, because we're going to have to do this in our plank anyway. So when you're ready, inhale to prepare. Exhale to take up the roll down to the bottom. Let's inhale to walk the hands out, wrists under shoulders. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale, start walking back in. Inhale at the bottom of the stretch. And your exhale to come back up, rolling up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, walk out. Wrists under shoulders. Breathing. And exhale when you're ready to walk back in. Inhale at the base of the roll down. And exhale to roll back up. And again, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, walk out to your plank position. Exhale. And exhale to walk back in. Inhale, prepare. And exhale to lift. We're going for 2 more, please. 2 more. Inhale, preparing. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, walking out. Exhale, holding, breathing. Inhale. Exhale, walk back. Inhale, prepare. And exhale to return. The last one. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. Inhale to walk out. Exhaling. Inhaling. And walking back in. Inhale. And your exhale to return. Lovely. And just roll the shoulders out. Work out through the wrists. Give it a nice bit of a rotation there. Make sure you rotate both ways. And then we're going to just star the hands, so finger stars there. And we're going to come back down to our push-up position, and we're going to see if we can do a Pilates push-up to the floor. So as you know, with the Pilates push-up, rather than going wide with the hands, we come nice and narrow right next to the chest, and the elbows go back behind us so that we work the tricep. So roll down out to your plank position in your time. I'd recommend coming to a kneeling plank, okay, because it's quite tricky. So from your long extended plank, just drop the knees and flatten the feet on the floor, okay. From here, you should pretty much be in the right position because your shoulders should be just above your wrists. Now, you're going to, instead of letting the elbows go wide, the elbows are coming to tuck right in close to the rib cage. So keep that tailbone down, keep drawing in through the lower abdominals, in through the ribs, and then you're going to gently keep that spine as straight as a board as you gently bring the elbows past the rib cage to come down to your Pilates push-up. Okay, and you can push up as well. It's easier to lower down. We can have a go at pushing up. So again, engage, bring the shoulder blades together, bring the elbows up to the ceiling, tuck the tailbone down, drawing through the belly. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale to push through the palms of the hand, keeping those elbows nice and narrow as you come up. And you can have a play with these in your time. You can have a go at lowering down from the full plank if you want to. You do Pilates push-up, and you might want to have a go at pushing up. I think it might be a bit early in the morning for me. We'll see how we go. Well, just about. And you can do that from the knees as well. Okay. And gently down to the floor. So we're going to have a go at a movement called the dart, first of all. Very simple. It's just that kind of upper back extension. What we want to try and refrain from doing is what I'm doing now really, is bending from the lower back, because if you put a lot of bend through the lower back, you can put a bit of pressure on the vertebrae and it can get a bit sore. So we're hoping to use the mid and upper back muscles for this. So with the dart, we are straight as a dart. We take the hands down in the direction of the ankles, the forehead and the nose come onto the floor, and we're nice and long through the body, so lengthen your body. And all you're going to do is gently take your nose as you lift the head. Once the nose lifts the floor, then you can start your back bend. So that's a really good way of knowing when to lift. So let's lift the belly button in and lift the nose, kind of rub it along the mat. Once it starts to leave the mat, drop the shoulder blades down towards the bottom and reach towards the ankles. Keep lifting that belly button away from the mat, and then you can gently lower down. Okay, so we've just got forehead on the mat, relax those shoulders nice and low. If you're finding you're engaging your bum a bit, you can turn your toes in and your heels out. That should disengage the bum. So lift that belly button up away from the mat, imagine that drawing pin underneath your belly button, and then just start to lift through the head. As soon as the nose lifts off, you're going to drop the shoulder blades down towards the bottom, reach towards the heels, and you've got your head, your shoulders, and partially the chest off the ground, and gently back down again. So let's do that with the breath. Let's lift the belly button in, let's inhale to prepare, and let's exhale to lift to the dart. Squeezing down with the shoulder blades, inhale here, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift, lifting belly button, dropping shoulder blades down towards the backside, reaching down towards the ankles. When you've inhaled to prepare, you can exhale to lower down again. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift. Inhale, hold. And then exhale to lower. Last one. Okay, and take the hands then to the chest, to the sides of the chest. We're going to go into our child's pose just to do a bit of forward flexion. So you can take the bottom back towards the heels and extend through the hands if you wish to. And take a really nice stretch there and ease it out. Again, if you want to just do a wiggle or a twist, do whatever you need to do to ease off. So we'll have another go at the darts, but this time we're going to add in some leg lifts as well. So we'll still be reaching down toward the ankles, but we're going to see if we can lift the legs. Beforehand, I tried to disengage the lower body. I suggested you do your toes in and your ankles and heels out. You can actually do that the other way to engage the glutes, but you shouldn't need it. So let's just go down towards the floor. Okay, let's take our dart position and just have a go really. So make sure you are engaging through the tummy and that you're long through the body before you start. So lift that button away from that drawing pin, and it's the same again. So inhale to prepare, exhale, start to lift the head, and once the nose lifts off, roll the shoulders back and down, shoulder blades reach down to the bottom, the fingertips reach to the floor. Let's inhale to prepare, and exhale, just see if we can gently lift those nice long toes up away from the mat, and then gently releasing. Okay, so it's quite nice to get the upper body there first and add in the legs. You can do them both together if you prefer. So inhale to prepare, engaging the belly, and your exhale, shoulder blades down, lifting through the legs. So we're in like a reverse dish hold. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lift. Inhale, prepare, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, preparing. Exhale, take that nose forward and lift. So it just helps you to get your head position by doing that nose movement. Let's go for a couple more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Inhale and an exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. And again, you can take that back into that child's pose position if you want to. You may want to just lay on the floor, hug the knees into their chest, see what you fancy. So if you found those okay, or if you still want to work on those, feel free. You can do it with the arms, and then add the legs in after. That can help you to focus, or you can try and get both up together. As I say, the main teaching point really is just lifting the core in, drawing the core in, lifting the belly away from the mat. And that other thing with the nose is just really nice, because you know that once you've gone from flat, you've drawn your nose along the mat. As soon as the nose lifts, that's an excellent position for your neck to be in, so that you're not straining your neck in funny ways when you lift. So I'm going to progress that again if you want it. You don't have to take it. As I say, work at your level. What we're going to do is actually extend the arms in front of us. The common kind of mistake with this is, because we've reached the arms forward, a lot of people don't get that pulling back down of the shoulder blades, because that's really important when we do the dart, that the shoulder blades go slot down the back, right down towards the bottom, and the hands reach down. With the hands reaching out, you find people tend to kind of reach away from them, and all that's doing is kind of lengthening the back and weakening the back. So we want to still make sure that we've kind of got that soft elbow, the shoulders nice and low, the shoulder blades nice and low. So do take that into account. You don't have to get this huge length through the arms. So arms out in front, nose on the floor on the mat. Same again, inhale to prepare, draw the belly in. Exhale, take the nose forward. Once the nose comes off, we squeeze through the bum, we squeeze the shoulder blades back and down, breathe in, and exhale to take it down. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, nose comes off, and we lift shoulder blades down towards the bum, and gently returning. So you see, I've got quite a bend at my elbow. It allows me to really pull the shoulder blades down into their pockets. Again, whenever you're ready, let's go for about 3 more. Inhale to prepare. Drawing that belly button away from the drawing pin, pulling the shoulder blades down. Inhale, and exhale, nose to the floor and forehead to the floor. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, take the nose up, draw the belly in, inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Shoulder blades down, belly in, and gently down. Lovely, and take a pause there. I would recommend either taking in child's pose now, or rolling onto your back and hugging your knees into your chest. I think I'm going to have a go at that one, and just ease off, because we've got one more progression. Again, if you want it, you can always return to your dart, you could return to your holds, okay, with or without the legs. And we've just got this last movement to have a go at. So this is the advanced version. Okay, the dart was the beginner's version. We've done a couple of intermediate levels, and now we're going to have a go at our swimming, which is a movement we've done before. Okay, so this is quite advanced. There are a couple more probably harder than this, but this is quite a weird one for coordination. So it will be the same as before, but this time we're going to be paddling with the hands and legs. Now the thing with the paddling to watch for is that you don't disengage any of the muscles. So as, for example, those shoulder blades need to keep pulling down towards the bottom. You don't want to kind of let one side of the body go. And the idea as well is to try and keep the torso central and prevent the rocking from side to side so much. So you'll be quite well supported between hip, rib and rib, that should all be kind of on the ground. You'll be lifting the core away, and then we're keeping the trunk of the body fairly steady if we can. So there is quite a lot of core work involved there to stop that rocking and rolling. So again, when we're ready, same as before, inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're just going to come to lift up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, start to paddle. Keeping the trunk of the body still. Inhale if you need to pause. Exhale to paddle. Keep pulling shoulder blades down. Keep pulling belly in. I'm just going to go for one more. And then down towards the floor. So I felt by my kind of fifth rep, I did 4 repetitions. I found by my 4th breath, I was wobbling a little bit from side to side on my ribs. So that was a sign that either my back muscles or my core muscles were giving up a little bit, fatiguing. So that was my sign to come back down. So see how many you do. You might do 1, 2, 3, 4. See how you get on. Let's have another go. So it's all that we've worked on already. It's the shoulder blades back and down. It's the belly button lifting. And it's the whole of the back of the body engaged. So nose to the floor, lift the belly button, inhale to prepare, exhale, take the nose up. Once the nose lifts, you lift, inhale to prepare, exhale to paddle. Inhale to prepare, exhale to paddle. Keep that core on, squeezing through the bum. Reducing that rocking, and gently down to the floor. Okay, we'll have one more go at this paddling swimming movement, and then we'll move on to something else. So whenever you're ready, let's get ourselves into prep. Lift the belly button away from the floor, engage that core, inhale, exhale to lift. Shoulder blades down, inhale, prepare, and your exhale to paddle. Keep pulling shoulder blades down, inhale on the pause, keep drawing the belly button in, kind of, you can squeeze the glutes together, looking for that stability through the trunk of the body, and gently lower down. Okay, and as I say, you can hug the knees into the chest on your back, or you can come back into that child's pose position, which is bum on the heels, and gently taking that reach forward. And just breathing, nice gentle breathing. And come to bring your hands to your sides if you find that more comfortable. So we're going to come to a movement called the single leg kick next. You can do this laying down on the floor, so the whole body's supported, but we're going to do it as like a kneeling side kick, really. Yeah, it's more of a kneeling side kick than a single leg kick. So we're going to be in a kneeling position. So come to kneel up. We will be placing a hand down onto the floor or onto a block if you want a block to hold on to as well. So when you're ready, if you can take one hand onto the floor, and then you're just straightening the top leg. Now, I would look at your angles. I would try and get your foot facing the back of the mat, like mine is, and get the hip above the knee. You've then got the shoulder below, the shoulder above the wrist as well, okay? And we're going to see if we can just lift this outside leg to begin with. So point the toe, squeeze in through the belly, thrust the hips forward, lengthen through the spine, and then see if you can just gently lift up. Hold, inhale and exhale. And take it down. Okay, and you can adjust the position if you want to swing your leg in a little bit, completely up to you. Move your knee, get comfortable. So we're going to have a go at that again. We're going to lift, and this time we're going to take the kick forwards and backwards without shoving the bum back too far. So again, when you're ready, inhale to prepare, point the toe, exhale to lift, inhale, hold. Exhale, kick forwards, try not to let the bum swing back too much. Inhale to return. Okay, exhale, kick forwards. Inhale to return. Let's go for 3 more. 1, and you really feel this across the top of the abdominals. 2, and 3. And gently take it back down, and you can just come to kneel and give it a bit of a work off through the wrists. Okay, and we'll have a go back on that same side again in a moment. So let's take a nice stretch up in between. Think about lengthening that body, grow a bit taller, stretch out a little bit if you need to stretch out, and then gently bring the hands back down. Okay, so we're going back into our kneeling side kick, please. So hands, wrist under shoulder, knee under hip. You can take the spare hand to the hip, or you can hold on to the core, because you'll be feeling a bit of engagement through the obliques there, which is nice. So again, hips forwards, please, belly in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift, lovely straight line. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, forward kick. Inhale, come back. 4 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Lovely. Take the leg down, bring the leg in and back onto your feet, please. And again, just rolling, working out whatever you need to do. I think I want some shoulder circles for now. Do what your body feels like. Okay, and we're going to do 1 more set on that side, and we're going to do 3 sets of 5 on the other side as well. So when you're ready, kneeling again, hand down to the floor or onto a block, okay, and point the toe. Now the hips want to hang back slightly anyway, but do try and get that lovely line between the ankle, the knee, the hip and the shoulder. So we're going to inhale to prepare, we're going to exhale to lift, inhale, exhale, kick forward, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Lovely. Take that down and gently come back to the kneeling position. So we will be shuffling to do the other side. Okay, you might feel a bit of difference one side than the other. I was feeling quite a lot of tension through the neck on that one. If you are feeling some tension through the neck, feel free to come to do this on your side lying position. Okay, this is your modification if you need it, is to come to side lying, nice straight body, and it's top leg, and it's take that kick forwards and the kick back. Okay, and you can always bend that bottom leg for a bit more stability too, to stop you rolling. So that's your option there if you're feeling a bit tense and you don't like that one. Or you can always relax the head like that. So I'm going to come back to show you the kneeling one, but do feel free to have a quick look again at what I just showed you laying down. So we're going to take the hand down. Okay, hand is right in line with the knee, wrist under shoulder, knee under hip. Okay, and we're going to take our pointy toe. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift, inhale, exhale, forward kick, and return on the inhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And gently take it down, and you can come to sit on the feet again, and gently again roll shoulders out or roll wrists out, or maybe just have a little twist from side to side, whatever you want. Okie dokie, let's go out again when you're ready. We've got wrist under shoulder, we've got knee under hip bone, we've got nice long body, we've got the hips forward, tummy in, we've got the chest nice and wide, we've got lots of space between the shoulders and the ears. Inhale, prepare, and an exhale to lift up. Inhale, prepare, and an exhale to kick forward. 3, 2. Try not to let that bum hang back too much. It will go back slightly, but we're trying really hard not to let the hips fall backwards there. Okay, and again, I'm just going to roll the shoulders out, I think. And wrists again. And we'll go for our final set of 5. So when you're ready, please. Wrist under shoulder, knee underneath the hip. Okay, check those lovely angles, that lovely straight line through the front of the body there. And when you're ready, inhale to prepare, draw the core in, exhale to lift the leg, inhale, prepare, and your exhale, kick. Inhale, return. 2. So trying to keep this hip above, okay, so rather than letting it drop backwards, check that balance, draw that core in, well done, stick with it for the final movement, and gently take that back down to the floor, and come back to sit on the heels. So again, I'm just rolling out through the wrists, because it's quite a lot of weight through the wrist. That's why like a block can be quite helpful, because it's a softer surface, or even like a towel, or you can actually get yoga and Pilates pads designed for hands and knees and things. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but just a softer surface really does stop some of the aching in the wrists and things. So if you have a squishy ball at home, one of these 7-inch Pilates balls, they're just inflatable. You can get them online really easily. We're going to have a go at some balances with them. These are some of my favourite things to do. If you don't have a ball, you want something that's just going to destabilise you a little bit. So maybe if you have a foam roller at home, you could use that. Or maybe just some really firm cushions or a pile of cushions that's going to make you wobble quite a lot. Would be really good. So we're going to just take a lay down, and we're going to take the ball, we go this way, we're going to take the ball under the hips. So there's a couple of ways to do this. You can lift up to your bridge position and then push the ball under, or I prefer to just lift the hips and let them come down to rest on the ball, okay? And you can adjust the positioning of the ball there. So you want to come to your tabletop position, okay, with that ball just kind of underneath, kind of where the lower spine meets the top of the bottom. Okay, so you're not quite, you're not in the lower back, because if you're in the lower back, you'd end up doing an awful back bend. And if you're too far down towards the bum, you know, your back's well supported on the floor and it's not that hard. So you do want to make sure it's not quite under the bum, it's where the spine just meets the top of the pelvis. Okay, so when you're ready, we're just going to come to our tabletop position. We've got our hands out to our sides, just need to adjust again. Hands out to the sides, and we're quite well balanced there. You can start to draw in through the core, because this is going to be kind of a core postural balance movement. Once you're here, I'd like you to take your hands and just put them on your belly, so that you've only got the upper arms to balance you. Keep breathing, keep drawing the core in, tugging the beeline in towards your gut. And then as and when you feel ready, I want you to cross the hands across the chest, so you remove the support of the arms, okay? And some of you will think, oh my gosh, I can't do this now. And some of you will go, yeah, this is fine, this is quite all right. Okay, really varies here. So what I'd like us to do from here is to do our gentle hip tilts. So if you need to put the hands back on the floor at any point, please do. But what we're going to do is very subtly, subtle movement, take the hips over to one side and then return back to centre. So it's an inhale to come off centre slightly and an exhale to return. So we're encouraging a wobble and a digression from our excellent straight spine. So we're allowing the spine to digress, and then we're pulling it back through to centre, using those deep postural muscles to help you. Okay, so let's continue. Inhale away, exhale to centre. and my hips are just moving ever so subtly from left to right here. And as I say, you can always take hands to the floor for a bit more stability, or remove hands for less stability. And bring it back into centre. Take those hands then down to the sides of you. I'm just going to adjust and go a little bit lower. I think it's falling out. And we're going to do a nice arm movement. So it's going to be a nice inhale. See if you can take the hands up and overhead. Engage through the core. Keep that spine straight. And then exhale to bring the hands back down. Let's go for 5 more. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep drawing in with the core. That's going to help to keep your pelvis steady. One or two more to go. Lovely. And you can just take the feet to the floor if you want to, just to take a bit of a pause from your tabletop position. And we're going to go through one more movement from here, one more movement. So we're going to have a bit of a leg extension. So if you want to lift back up one leg at a time to tabletop position, please, engaging through the core. Remember, you can have as much arm on or as little arm on the floor as you want to. And we're just going to do our nice single leg extension. So it's going to be an inhale to gently point the toe, and an exhale to bring it back in. An inhale to point the toe, and an exhale to bring it back in. If you're finding this really easy, take the hands up above the head and rest them on the ground. And you should find that you have to hold on extra tight with the tummy now. Inhale away. Exhale, return. Let's go for 4 more, please. And then we can take the ball out. So you can hug the knees into the chest and take the ball out, or you can go up to your bridge position and pull the ball out that way. Okay, let's go into a nice full body stretch then. So point your toes away from you and gently take your hands then up above your head and take a lovely stretch. And walk the feet back in towards the bottom. Take the hands out to the side for our spinal twist. Right leg over the left leg, and drop the knees over to the left hand side and look over your right shoulder, and just let yourself kind of melt into the ground and enjoy that stretch there. Breathing nice even breaths. Head back to centre, engage through the core, bring the legs back in and cross your left leg then over your right leg and let the knees drop over to the right hand side. Keep the shoulders on the ground and looking over your left shoulder towards your fingertips. And we breathe and we enjoy the stretch. We melt into the floor. Head back to centre, engage through the tummy to bring the legs back into centre as well. So hug the knees into the chest now. Okay, give them a nice big hug. What I'd like you to do, if possible, is to tuck the chin to the chest, lift up. So you're really pulling your upper body in towards your legs. And then now that you're pulling your forehead and your knees together, just push your knees away slightly. And pushing the knees away is going to kind of pull the shoulders forwards, and it should pull the shoulder blades apart from one another. As the shoulders pull forwards, shoulder blades should pull apart slightly. Should feel that across the back of the shoulders. And then you can gently bring the knees back in and roll the head down towards the floor and take the feet down to the ground. So let's go into our pigeon stretch. Let's go left ankle onto the right knee. Remember, your step one, if you want it, is just to push the left thigh away from you and get that stretch down the side of the leg and open through the hip. If you need more, you're bringing the legs in and you're holding on to that right thigh, and you're going for nice, long, even breathing. You might want to just push a bit more if you want to. So find a nice exhale that you can push on. And then release. Let's have a go on the other side. So right ankle onto the left knee now, and again push that right thigh away from you to get the stretch down the outside of the leg and into the glute. If you want more, you pull the legs in towards the body, hold on to the left thigh and keep pulling. Now if you can't reach your left thigh comfortably, a strap is really, really recommended. I see quite a lot of people straining so hard to grab their leg that their neck and their head look so uncomfortable. You should be able to rest your head on the ground, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, and that might mean just grabbing a strap, okay, so that you can actually reach the thigh. And because there's no point stretching one muscle if you're building up aches and pains in another, it's just very counterproductive. So again, keep breathing. And you might find an exhale where you can just push or pull a little bit further. And then gently releasing there. Okay, so coming up to a seated position now, we're going to come to sit up with our feet out in front of us and our knees bent. We're going to do a lovely stretch that we have for our back. So we're going to sit up nice and tall with the shoulders above the hip bones. We're going to reach up now, and then as we reach forwards, we're going to send the head between the knees and the hands outside the legs to the floor. So it's going to be a reach up and over the hips, head between the knees, hands to the floor. So from here, just let the head hang, let the back relax. This might give you a nice stretch down the back already. This might be absolutely lovely. You might be able to just stay here and enjoy. If you want more, you take both hands and you hold hands underneath the legs. So you tether yourself to your legs. You might want to hold wrists or forearms or even up towards the elbows. Pull yourself in towards the thighs. Now, tethering yourself to the thighs, you're going to curve the spine, so go for a nice C shape with the spine, push the spine back behind you and get that lovely stretch as the shoulder blades part. Breathe, keep that head relaxed. And then gently take the head forwards again. Release the hands, and we're going to just gently see if we can extend the legs down towards the floor and then come to sit back up. So we're going to make this into a really nice back or hamstring stretch. So take those feet out in front of you, shoulders above hips. We're going to reach up and stretch up, and then you're going to dive up and over the hip bones down towards the legs. Okay, don't worry about reaching for your toes. I just want you to lift the toes up to the ceiling, drop the kneecaps down towards the mat, and you're rolling up and over the hip bones in the direction of the feet. You don't have to necessarily hold the feet. Just toes up, kneecaps down, up and over the hips. And you should be getting this down the back of the legs and or in the back. So take another breath in and breath out. And then gently walk the hands back in and come back up to a seated position. So we're going to just come to cross the legs, or have the legs out straight, don't really mind, whatever's comfortable. We'll stretch through our obliques. So we want to lift one arm up towards the ceiling, lift up through the chest, up through the ribs, and reach up and over. So the hip will want to kind of lift off the ground. You want to try and keep it fairly low, because you're trying to stretch between the hip and the rib cage. And then gently come back to centre, and we'll go the other way as well. So reaching up, lift up through the chest, up through the ribs, up and over into the stretch. Another breath, and back through to the middle. So put your feet however you want your feet, however you want your legs. And we're going to finish with some breathing together. So let's take a nice reach up as you inhale. And exhale, take it down. And inhaling. And exhaling. And again, reach up. Nice hold. And gently take it down. And just roll the shoulders out there. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next video. I hope you've enjoyed it.